Welcome Virgo to your mid-June reading. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for the rest of June. Virgo, I'm going to start off by looking at the first row as the core energy coming through for the rest of June. The second row is going to be the area you should focus on. The third row are your possible challenges, if any. The fourth row are messages and advice from Spirit. And finally, the fifth row is the possible outcome of the month. Virgo, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I am going to start off over here with Six of Cups, and we're looking at the core energy beginning mid-June, and I will just go ahead and get your clarifier. Right, let us see now what the Six of Cups is all about for Virgo, please. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. Virgo, the core energy I'm seeing coming through for you is that somebody, my dear Virgos, from your past, now this could be a long lost friend, a family member that you lost touch with, this could be an ex-romantic partner that you haven't heard from for a long time, but somebody from your past, somebody you had some kind of a relationship with or a experience with, could be contacting you over the last few weeks of June. And it just could be a friend you've lost touch with and all of a sudden they pop up out of the blue. This could be somebody you had a falling out with that calls you up, my dear Virgos, and says, let's get together. There could be an apology here. It'll play out very differently for everybody, but I do see somebody from your past coming through. Let's move on, as I'm sure we'll get further insight as to who or what this is as we continue with your reading. So we now want to see what the Sun is that is sitting in the area you should focus on, and I'm just going to get your clarifier. So we want to see now what this Sun energy is for Virgo, please. And you've got Five of Wands. Virgo, this Five of Wands energy, which is the energy of arguments, conflict, bickering, very competitive energy, I feel is very much related to the person who is contacting you coming in from the past. So this really could be, my dear Virgos, that the person who's contacting you, your relationship could have ended not in such a good way. This could have been a colleague you had a big fight with and you left the company. This could have been an ex-romantic partner and your relationship left on a very sour note. My dear Virgos, you are being asked to focus on one thing only. What makes you happy? Is it going to be good for you, and is it going to make you happy to let whoever this person is back into your life? Or are you happy that you are no longer in contact with them? You focus on what it means to you. You know, my dear Virgos, relationships end so differently for everybody. You could have had a fallout with a lifelong friend over the smallest thing, and you both have been thinking, oh gosh, it was such a silly thing, I wish we could get back together. Then of course it might make you very happy to get back with that person. However, if this was an ex-business partner and you had to close the business down because you had such a bad ending, then perhaps it's not going to make you happy to get back together with this person and bring that person back in your life. So of course, this is going to be very specific to you and your circumstance, but what you focus on is the Sun. What makes you happy? That's all you have to ask yourself, and then you make your decision. Right, let us move on now and see what the Eight of Wands is all about that is sitting in your possible challenges. So we want to see now what the Eight of Wands is for Virgo, please. And you have the Knight of Swords. Look at this, my dear Virgos. Virgo, this is so interesting because in your challenges we have two cards speaking to us of speed and moving forward. What you are being told, my dear Virgos, is that whoever this person is that comes back in, follow your intuition, follow that gut feeling. No matter what they say and no matter what story they tell you, you trust your gut feeling. Is this somebody you trust? Is this somebody you want back in your life? You know, my dear Virgos, when we are with somebody, and it could be anybody, either people make us feel very good about ourselves and we feel relaxed and at ease in their company. And then there are some people who come into our lives and for some reason it doesn't sit well with us being in their company. They bring out the worst in us. They make us feel defensive. They make us feel that we have to stand up and fight for what we want and what we believe. You will know immediately what to do with regards to this. And your challenge, my dear Virgos, is not a big challenge, but it is the message of trust your gut feeling and move on it. Don't second guess your intuition. If you listen to your intuition and that hunch and those premonitions and those feelings you have within you, and you move ahead with it, with whatever you decide, whether to release this person completely or to reignite the relationship, either way, we are being told you will move forward in a very effective and positive way, as long as you don't second guess your intuition. You will know as soon as that message comes through, or as soon as you hear their voice. Either you will be happy and excited to hear that voice or receive that message, or you'll have that feeling like, oh, what now? My dear Virgos, you're going to be just fine and you're going to move ahead in a very empowered way. Very interesting messages coming through for you. Right, my dear Virgos, let's go ahead now and see what Spirit would like to share with you, and I'm just going to clarify King of Cups. So we want to see now what this King of Cups energy is for Virgo, please. The Three of Wands. Virgo, Spirit is coming through and letting you know that they see you now as King of Cups. It does not matter if you're masculine or feminine. It's the energy of King of Cups I am speaking about. And Spirit wants you to know that you've come a long way. You are strong. You are empowered. You have matured emotionally. You are very aware of your own emotions. You are very perceptive about the people around you. And you are strong enough now to make very big and significant decisions that affect your life. Spirit wants you to know you have everything you need within you to move ahead with confidence with regards to your emotional well-being. Spirit is also confirming for you that over these next few weeks of June, my dear Virgos, that something is coming in for you with our Three of Wands energy. I think this is something very different to what we have seen and spoken about here. What Spirit is letting you know is that something that you have been working on, putting a lot of time and effort into, you are going to be seeing actual signs of something coming to fruition. This could come through in your family life, it could come through in your home life, It could have something to do with your home, where you live. It could be something to do with work, but where you have been really putting a lot of effort and work into. My dear Virgos, please expect something to come through. You can anticipate something actual coming into being. So if you have been looking for a new home, my dear Virgos, and you have not been able to find the right home, Spirit is letting you know over these next few weeks, something will come up, something that's going to hit home for you. If you have been working really hard at work in terms of wanting to accomplish a certain outcome, a certain result, Three of Wands is telling you you're going to see it coming into being. And so you have a lovely message from Spirit letting you know, my dear Virgos, that whatever is happening and whatever is coming in for you, you're going to be able to manage it with ease and with grace. Let's move on and see what the Page of Wands is all about that is sitting in the possible outcome of the month. Right, let us see now what the Page of Wands is for Virgo, please. Justice. I'm just going to move this up, my dear Virgos. Virgo, what we are seeing at the end of the month is that you are going to feel incredibly proud of yourself, of the way you have managed yourself through the rest of June. As you can see here, our Page of Wands is dressed beautifully. He's holding up the wand of infinite possibility and is looking out onto the horizon. But as you can see, there's nothing going on around him. Page of Wands tells me, my dear Virgos, that by the end of June, no matter how things play out for you and no matter who or what comes into your life, you've got such a strong inner feeling of your own self-worth. You, my dear Virgos, with justice coming in, are very aware of how you have managed whatever this scenario is, of how you have looked at what is right for you. You have such a strong sense of self-worth and self-empowerment because you've put yourself and your happiness first. And you know, my dear Virgos, there are so many times we don't do that, and then we end up in situations and with people that are not good for us. But over these 2 weeks, you do what is right for you. And this, my dear Virgos, gives you such a wonderful energy of, you know what, I can go out there and do anything because I've got me. I know what's right for me. I know how to manage myself. I know how to speak up for myself. I know how to protect myself. So we see by the end of the month, my dear Virgos, such an incredible sense of inner wisdom, inner judgment that allows you to see yourself with new, fresh eyes. And you know, Virgo, when we believe in ourselves, then anything and everything is possible. Virgo, this looks like an incredible few weeks coming up for you. Let's move on now and see what your spirit animal would like to share with you for the rest of June. So we just want to see now what Virgo's spirit animal would like to share with them, please. And you've got number 2, Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. My dear Virgo, we had 2 cards here in your possible challenges, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, all speaking to us of speed. And now your animal spirit is coming in with the message of speed. The number 2 is your lucky number for the rest of June. Any combination or variation of the number 2, please consider very auspicious. The antelope is your spirit animal, so wherever the antelope comes up, this too is a blessed sign. And my dear Virgos, life is speeding up. over the next 2 weeks, you are going to see that things are going to happen very quickly for you. Whoever this person is, they're going to come in. There might be a lot of communication back and forward, or there might be no communication at all. You're going to honor yourself. You're going to do what makes you happy. You're going to see now things coming in for you, things transpiring for you. One thing is going to flow into another. There's going to be a lovely energy of flow and serendipity. But ultimately, my dear Virgos, what I am so happy to see for you is this energy here, the energy of you seeing how you are able to stand up and do what's right for you and really embrace all the new that is coming in for you. This is going to be a fast-moving and exciting period. So that is all I have for you right now, my dear Virgos. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful rest of June, and I am sending you all so much love.